يعطيكم العافية شباب صبايا طلاب صف التاسع. هنكمل سوا بدرس Translation and Vectors ونصحح ال Homework Exercises 1 and 2 page 118 in our book Building Up. Exercise 1. Answer by true or false. هلا إني مش قايلين justify بس نحنا طبعا هنعمل justify لنفهمهم منيح. Part A. Vector ML equal vector MO plus OL. منلاحظ هون we are adding two consecutive vectors since the first vector ends with O and the next vector starts with O, then we will get ML using Chazel's rule, so it is true. Okay? The next one, vector TK equal vector KA plus vector AT. Also, to add these two vectors, we are going to use Chazel's rule since we have same letter A and A, then we will get KT. فإذا جوابها لهاي is KT. هني كاتبين TK which is wrong, so it is false. The next one, vector BS plus vector FB. بدنا نشوف إذا بيطلع جوابهم vector FS. هلأ بالنسبة للبارت C، إذن البارت C لنقدر نجمعهم للتو vectors هني حاطين BS plus FB، نحن حنقلبهم FB بس حنقلب موقع الفيكتورز بلس فيكتور BS، مش عم نقلب كل فيكتور بس عم نبدلهم. يعني كانت الاف بي اس البداية حطيناها تاني وحدة والاف بي اخدناها على البداية، بتصير اف بي بلس بي اس. اذا بدي اجمعهم هلا using Chazel's rule لانه عندي same letter هون وهون بيطلع النتيجة vector اف اس. هني قايلين كمان vector اف اس so it is true. part D vector SP plus vector PR. إذا جمعناهم using Chazel's rule هون مع بعض بيعطوني vector SR، وهون هو مع بعض كمان using Chazel's rule لأنه في عندي A and A بيطلع لي vector SR. يعني طبعا they are equal SR and SR so it is true. Part E vector NA plus vector AM. Their sum using Chazel's rule is vector NM, and here their sum using Chazel's rule is equal to vector MN. Is it true that vector NM equal vector MN? Of course not, they have different sense, they are opposite vectors, they are not equal, so it is false. The last one, vector PA plus vector AP. إذا بدي أجمعهم using Chazel's rule أو أسرع شوي they are opposite vectors so their sum is zero vector. And MN plus NM also they are opposite vectors, their sum is zero vector. They are equal, yes, it is true. Zero vector equal zero vector. Okay? Exercise 2. We have NOIR is a parallelogram. Determine which of the following is true from A to E. A. Vector NO equal vector IR. These two vectors are not equal since they have the same direction and magnitude, but they are parallel and equal, but they don't have the same sense. لأن O رايح على اليمين بينما ال IR رايح على الشمال، فإذا this one is false. إذا بدي صححها NO vector NO equal vector RI، بدل ال IR بحط RI و NO فوق بصيروا اثنيناتهم متجهين على نفس الجهة، بصير عندهم same sense direction magnitude. فإذا هون فيني شطب ال IR وحط RI. Okay. The next one vector NR equal vector RO. هودي التو vectors أكيد ما بيساووا بعض. It is false. أساسا ما عندهم شيء مشترك، حتى الدايركشن منهم parallel. NR و RO they are not parallel, so of course they are not equal. إذا بدي أعملها true فيني شطب ال RO vector NR is equal to vector OI، فإذا vector OI. vector NO plus RN equal vector OR. هون كمان إذا بدي أجمعهم بدي بدلهم، بدي أجيب ال RN لحد ال NO لحد ال RN لقدامها، يعني بصير معي RN plus NO لحتى أقدر طبق Chazel's rule I will get vector RO لأنه ال N مثل ال N، فإذا النتيجة بتطلع vector RO. هني قايلين vector OR so it is false. The last one OR plus NO نفس القصة كمان بدنا نبدلهم، فإذا بتصير معنا NO plus منجيب ال OR لبعد ال NO plus OR. Using Chazel's rule we will get vector NR. The same answer, so it is true. Complete each of the following. We are going to add two vectors. Of course, the result will be a vector or zero vector. On plus OI. On plus OI. Here we are not using Chazel's rule. We are using the parallelogram rule since the two vectors start from the same point. So, فإذا On plus OI, so their sum or their result is the diagonal vector between them, which is OR. Vector OR. The next one, vector IR plus vector IO. Adding two vectors starting from the same point I is the parallelogram rule. Their sum is the diagonal vector, which is IN, since they start from the same point I. Here, Rn plus Rn, also it is the sum of a vector with itself. It is equal simply to vector Rn. Any quantity added to itself is multiplied by 2. Okay? NR plus NO. NR plus NO. We are adding two vectors starting from the same origin. It is the parallelogram rule. Their sum is the diagonal vector between them, which is vector NI. I hope everything is clear and you are all safe. Stay home.